So, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, scientific presentations in biology. I'd like to welcome you so much to our next lecture, and it's going on beautiful and interesting bioinformatics this time. But before just starting with bioinformatics, let's have a look on scientific presentations in general. So last time we already realized that you are not satisfied when being in the audience in a presentation or in lecture, and we decided that you have to say something. Last time we were already thinking on this one. I am entirely and against to this idea, or I'm entirely opposed to this idea. Das wäre von einer Möglichkeit. Or I am afraid your presentation leaves a great deal to be desired. So I will be very careful with saying that, but sometimes you feel you have to. Nothing I have heard so far has convinced me. You can read this over there in the red box. Or I think you are mistaken. So this is once more a situation that you are not satisfied at all. So next time we are thinking on what to say in such a situation. So, but we let it stand as it is, and we wanna deal with bioinformatics once more. I think I was doing this last time, but I could not conclude it. So let us start once more. From the glands showing different expression in response to salt and mental stress compared to non-stress plants, 180 clones were selected for sequencing and identified by databases analysis using BLAST programs. 124 uniquely expressed sequence sets were identified that could be grouped into 7 functional categories. 1. Metabolic enzymes. 2. Signaling elements. 3. Control of gene expression. 4. Transport. 5. General stress responses and defense. 6. Photosynthesis. And 7. Proteins of unknown function. So let us deal with that, because this is so interesting. Blast means German Blast. Blastanalysen. Sie suchen nach einem Pendant und finden es hoffentlich. Functional category means funktionelle Kategorie. Over there. Metabolic means metabolisch. Enzyme is in German enzym. Signaling element means Signalelement oder Signalbalancelelement. Defense ist Abwehr oder auch Verteidigung. Photosynthesis, Photosynthese. Protein means protein. Protein of unknown function, Protein unbekannter Funktionen. I'm jumping back and forth. Maybe I have to take my computer. So, we learned property of unknown function, and we have to learn once more bioinformatics. Analysis or analysis means Analyse oder Analysen. Scenary means German scenary. Hybridization is in German die Hybridisierung. Gene expression, Genexpression. Tool means Werkzeug. To analyze means analysieren. Hyperionic means hyperionisch. Sodium, Natrium. Chlorid means in German, chlorid in German is in English chloride. Behandlung, treatment. Hyperosmotic means hyperosmotisch. Mannitol is in German Mannitol. Clone means clone. To generate, herstellen. Scene library means Szenenbibliothek or subtract library, Subtraktionsbibliotheken. And so we learned also analysis, scenary, hybridization, followed by gene expression, tool, and to analyze. We learned as well something very specific, hyperionic, sodium, chloride, and treatment, followed by hyperosmotic, mannitol, clone, to generate. And we learned in addition scene library and subtracted library. So, grammar, very important, and I suppose we should include this. So this time it's very, very interesting, may and might. When should I use this? Possibilities and expectations. For example, is written over here. May he do the experiment? Or might she take the pipette? Was soll uns das sagen? In Verbindung mit einem Infinitiv Präsens können mit may and might Möglichkeiten in Bezug auf die Gegenwart oder die Zukunft ausgedrückt werden. Außerdem sind beide Verben eine Möglichkeit, besonders höflich, um Erlaubnis zu bitten. Also das sollten wir uns auf jeden Fall merken, und ich glaube, ich muss ein bisschen wiederholen. Also besonders letzteres, besonders höflich, trifft es auf jeden Fall. Ausdruck der Höflichkeit ist auf jeden Fall may or might zu verwenden. So, when should I use this in science? Let's jump to German. In Präsentationen und Publikationen werden Schlussfolgerungen, Vermutungen, Interpretationen wissenschaftlicher Daten häufig mit may bzw. might ausgedrückt. You see an example out there. The transcription and translation of environmentally responsive genes might be regulated on the post-transcription level by microRNAs, mRNAs, and small interfering RNAs, siRNAs. Und Sie sehen hier durchgedruckt dieses might. Also may und might kann ich Ihnen auf jeden Fall ans Herz legen. Auch in wissenschaftlichen Publikationen spielt es auf jeden Fall eine Rolle, may and might zu sagen. So, let's jump to exercise. Was sollen wir denn tun? Understanding and presenting a scientific article. Lesen den Text, wir haben es bereits gemacht. Verstehen und Motivs Wiedergeben des Textes. Ich schlage vor, wir verfolgen das. Wir bereiten eine englische Präsentation vor. Und zwar wird uns noch von 15 Sätze sollte die Präsentation etwa sein. Ich darf 15 Englisch-Schlüsselwörter auswählen. Die müssen für den Artikel repräsentativ sein. Diese Schlüsselwörter stelle ich dem Autorium zur Verfügung. Lesen sich den Originalartikel gründlich 3-mal durch und bereiten Sie dann die Präsentation mit Hilfe des Originaltexts vor. Okay? So, this is our text, and I think I'll read this. From the clowns showing different expression and response to salt and mental stress compared to non-stress plants, 180 clowns were selected for sequencing and identified by database analysis using blast programs. And the next sentence, 124 uniquely expressed sequence tags were identified that could be grouped into 7 functional categories. So, möglicherweise verfolgen Sie das. Ich habe blau meine Schlüsselwörter eigentlich hervorgehoben. Weniger als 15. Ich denke, das sollte reichen. Nicht identisch mit den unbekannten Worten. Was habe ich mir ausgesucht? Clowns. Sie sehen das hier unten nochmal aufgeführt. Salt. Salz. Menjol. Database Analysis. Sind Sie hier. Blast habe ich ausgesucht. Expressed Sequence Tags finde ich super spannend und wichtig. 7 Functional Categories. Wir sehen also manche Worte blau hervorgehoben, sind hier unten noch einmal zu sehen und ich lese sie noch einmal. Clowns, Salt and Menthol, Database Analysis, Blast, Express Sequence Tags, or 7 functional categories. So, you see this here on top. These are my keywords. And with the help of the keywords, I should be in situations that I should talk. Before forgetting everything, I was just writing this here. These are the sentences that we should read this. So, what should we say? Of course, I say that we identified clowns that are responsive to salt and menthol compared to non-stress plants. The clowns were identified by database analysis using blast programs, and I think it very important that we identified express sequence tags so sequencing a little bit, and could group this in 7 functional categories. So this is one version that might be set on the text. You will probably find something differently, and yeah, should at least practice this. So we should learn a little bit more in the field of vocabulary, and I think I was writing this here. It says a lot of vocabulary that we should use in bioinformatics. Algorithm means Algorithmus in German. Alignment oder Anordnung in einer Linie oder Alignierung. Annotation, zum Beispiel die Notierung. Array means in German array. Assembly ist Zusammenbau oder auch Anordnung. Blasanalysen, hier ein bisschen genauer erklärt. Suche nach homologen Genprodukten. Cluster means Cluster oder Gruppe. Computational Computer. Correlation, Korrelation oder auch Verknüpfung. Very important, the next one, Data Acquisition, die Datenerfassung. Oder Dendrogram, das Dendrogramm. So, words are very, very important in the field of bioinformatics. You see it over there. Algorithm, alignment and annotation. Array and assembly, very important as well. Blast, cluster, computational, as well correlation, data acquisition, and inference. Of course, this is not everything. We should learn more. You see it over there. Dye, very important. Der Farbstoff, dye. Element, das Element. Export address, die Exportadresse. And flow for means flow for. You see over there in every with green and red points that are flow force. Framework, Gefüge, System, Bezugssystem. Functional Genomics, funktionelle Genomforschung. Oder Gap, very important, die Lücke. So let me read this once more. Dye element export address, flow for, framework, functional genomics, and gap. So this is of course not everything. We should learn more, and I think bioinformatics, as modern it is, we have to learn quite a lot of it. Accuracy, Genauigkeit. Arbitrary, beliebig. To assign, zum Beispiel zuordnen. Auxiliary, zusätzlich. Backbone ist das Rückgrat. Bulge, die Ausbeutung. In proteins, for instance. To capture means in German erfassen. Confidence, Zuverlässigkeit. Contiguous, benachbart, in Genes for instance. Hydrogen bond, Wasserstoffbindung. You could find this in nucleic acids for instance. to implement, einführen, oder inclusion, die Einbeziehung. So, we have to learn more, and it's very, very interesting as far as I think, to incorporate, aufnehmen oder integrieren, Logo, der Schriftzug. Very important, pen apply means Spektrum. Paradigm, zum Beispiel Musterbeispiel. Predictability ist in German Vorhersagbarkeit. And property, die Eigenschaft. To pursue means ausarbeiten. Recognition ist in German Identifizierung oder auch Erkennung. Robustness, Robustheit. Very important, solvent, das Lösungsmittel. And very, very important, better sheet means better Fallblatt. Better sheet in English. To score, bewerten. Straightforward, zum Beispiel fortschrittlich. To supervise ist überwachen. And tauschen, die Verdrehung auf Wörtlich. Tunable means abstimmbar. Turn, zum Beispiel Wendung in Proteins und so. And X-ray or small or large means Röntgen. So, you realize many words, and let's continue with that. It's interesting, so interesting. Genetic networks, genetisches Netzwerk. Hierarchic means hierarchisch. High throughput mit hohem Durchsatz, for instance arrays. Import address, die Importadresse. Map, Karte oder Abbildung. Mathematical modeling, die mathematische Belegung. Of course, it is interesting to know that one. Matrix means matrix. Mean is in German der Mittelwert, for instance, mean of different counts. Mean, der Mittelwert. Metabolite, Metabolit. The next one, metabolomics, means metabolomics oder Metabolomforschung. Microarray means microarray, and motive is the motif. So let's continue here. Pairwise means paarweise. Very important. Per Meter ist der Paarmeter in German. Pathway, Verlauf, Bahn oder auch Stoffwechselweg. Prediction. You should keep in mind with bioinformatics. Prediction means Vorhersage. Promoter ist der Promotor. Proteomics ist Proteomics oder Proteomforschung. Secondary, sekundär. To sense, fühlen oder wahrnehmen. Sequence, die Sequenz. And not enough. We have to learn, of course, here. Think already on the next text that's waiting for us. Aspartic Proteinase, Aspartatproteinase, oder die kann auch anders ausgesprochen werden, Aspartic Protease, Aspartatprotease. Genom ist das Genom, Sequenzierung, Genome Sequencing Project, Genomsequenzierungsprojekt. Gene ist das Gen, and organism der Organismus. Not so difficult for us, gene and organism. We have to learn that. It's touching zoology. Mouse and mice, Maus and Mäuse, rat die Ratte, fruit fly die Fruchtfliege. We know that plant is Pflanze, and rice ist der Reis. Bioinformatical means bioinformatisch. Tool, das Werkzeug. Transcript, das Skript. And CDA is CDNA. You realize here it's a modern part of biology. It's the words not so different from German. To translate means translatieren. Protein means protein. Subcellular is subcellular. Localization, die Lokalisierung. Mature, reif. And prediction, die Vorhersage. So, our next text is waiting for us, and I think it's becoming very, very interesting. It's going on the aspartic proteinase ATSP1 from Biochemistry. Die Aspartatproteinase ATASP1 von Biochemistry. Eigentlich die Modellpflanze schlechthin. During the last decade, a number of genome sequencing projects have helped to identify sequences of genes from organisms ranging from mice and rats to the fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster, and plants such as Apis and rice. The next sentence: numerous bioinformatical tools may be used to obtain information such as the sequences of the corresponding transcripts and CDAs, the sites of translation proteins, and the subcellular localization of the mature proteins. In the following paragraphs, some results of bioinformatical predictions for the aspartic proteinase ATSP1 are described. So, I think very interesting. And let's continue with that. We realize not a lot of unknown words. So this time is touching plant microbiology, and you see it over here. And I suppose we wait for our next lecture to learn this in more detail. Up to now, I'm saying tschüss to you, and I'm waiting for our next lecture.